interview you there? Was it that time when you had the old studio? About 1.5 years ago.
In Gloucester.
Yeah.
Can't remember that. Did you come down to the studio?
What? Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
You did?
No, not me. It was another guy. Ronald Vaughan, producer of this program. En så där. Geht's für ihn aus? Ja? Okay, good. Läuft? Hervorragend. Mike, ganz kaputt nach einem hervorragenden Konzert. Your concert was great, Mike. Last year I tried hard to get an album you did in year 68, together with Sally, Children of the Sun. Mike doing pure folk music. Could you imagine to do such a pure folk album again nowadays?
Well, in fact, the last album was planned to be a folk album, and I tried to make it a folk album, but I couldn't resist putting on synthesizers and drums, so it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, I meant without any electronics, just guitars, you singing.
Oh, obviously doing something wrong. You want me to play guitar and sing? Sorry, I don't conform. But no, I'll do whatever I happen to feel like at the time. If I feel like playing guitar and singing, I might well do.
Yeah.
But I'm not planning to. What do you think I should sing anyway?
Well, I don't know. I could imagine you doing some real folk album, pure folk songs, traditional songs, singing. Why not? Yeah. No disco.
Well, I'll think about it. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah.
Mike, many of the new groups coming up starting with independent record labels. You always started with such a label in 1973, and with your success, the success of this label began. And well, it's now a more or less commercial record label like the others. Do you think the development of these labels will go like Virgin at that time?
I certainly hope not. I think it's a great shame that, once a company starts off, it might have very good intentions when it starts off, but then it, invariably wants to make money, which is the object of it, and often the quality of the music suffers as a result of that sort of disintegration of the original philosophy.
Do you think this philosophy is now with the independent labels that start, is with that labels again? They have this intention again and try to put out new groups and put out new records and new music.
Honestly, I'm not qualified to speak on that, but I think that, if there's a strong person with a sort of a caring attitude towards the standards of music, then hopefully that'll happen. But usually what happens is they get more into success than they do into quality.
Well, Mike, you're playing your live gigs with a fantastic group. You played with with gong people. You played with Morris and good percussionists. Do you have any teamwork in your group during your live gigs? You're composing the music, you're arranging the music. Do you have the teamwork when you're gigging together, when you're playing concerts?
Teamwork. Well, I think everybody's such a sort of good musician. Like tonight, we thought we'd, if we were run out of ideas of what to play, we'd play the Blue Danube, you see. So I say, Blue Danube in E. And everybody plays it, you see. We don't have to rehearse it, really.
People like it.
Well, I'm not sure the other people would like it, but certainly they like it here. We played O Solo Mio in Italy. They like that.
Yeah, that's a thing in your concerts. You're always trying to put in your program traditional songs of the countries you're just playing. Are you going into that music very much? Are you trying to find traditional music sounds from all over the world for your songs? like you did with Irish folk tunes and a bit Greek folk tunes, and you're playing the Danube waltz and things like that?
Oh, I just use whatever I happen to like. I'd like all sorts of music from all over the world, in all different periods, in all different styles. And I don't consider that, you know, one sort of music is more valid than any other sort of music. So I use whatever I happen to like. I do like the Blue Danube. I think it's a beautiful piece of music. So why not play it?
You like classical music?
Yes.
Especially what?
I like a very wide range, from Baroque music to modern music like Bartok and Stravinsky. I like romantic music like Sibelius. I like Richard Strauss. I like lots of things.
When you look back, how would you describe your development from the days you began? You started in your studio playing all instruments alone. Then you had the contacts to bring to form live groups for gigging, also playing with you on your records. How would you describe this development?
Well, like you just did.
Was it just only the contacts, or are the influences of the musicians playing with you, also in the studio, important for you? Was there a point you said to yourself, well, let's bring another some guys in that play with me and that help me arranging, get new ideas and things like that?
Yeah, I lost sort of contact. It's like my plugs I unplugged all my plugs, and I become very much isolated. And I wanted to, you know, I think that humans are a social animal, and they need contact with other people. So I wanted to establish that contact. I went through all sorts of ideas, like having an open recording studio where people could watch you recording, or traditional ways to go out and do concerts. So I started doing concerts.
When do you think was this time you were isolated?
When?
Yeah.
Well, from the age of about 10 years old to about 25, I think, about 15 years.
Well, your isolation was always demonstrated in the press. Press people said you're shy, you don't like to give any interviews and things like that. Where's the shy Mike Oldfield from early days now?
Yeah.
He developed.
No, I'm still there, but I'm more like I was when I was about 7 now, you see. I cut off one big part of myself in order to explore inside myself. And I'm more like a child now than, you know, like I was when I was 7 years old.
You're going out of yourself more, but now? Yeah. What's your
name?
Oh, it's Suzanne.
Oh, I think I know her.
Yeah. Are you sure?
I recognise the face.
Well, I'm gonna ask her.
I could be mistaken.
What's your? Burn it first. Yeah. You know the Viennese audience pretty good now. How do you like the Viennese people? Are they very enthusiastic? Are they going with the music?
They were very, very quiet tonight. We were very well. We've just come from 2 countries where people are very sort of noisy. We come from Italy and we just come from Athens. You see, and the people tonight were very. I felt that they were enjoying it, but they didn't make a lot of noise towards the end. We had to sort of tell them to come forward and stand up. You know, go like this, make them participate. Once they started participating, then it was a 2-way thing. But it was, to begin with, it was all us giving out towards them and sort of getting appreciation, but not participation, which is what we're used to, participation. It was great at the end, but we were very serious to start with.
Isn't that an old dream you had, having people in the audience that just came to listen to your music and not clapping and crying and destroying the music because they are loud?
Isn't it an old dream I had?
Yeah. Well, it was a reason why the Beatles gave no live concerts anymore, because they didn't like to cry in audience.
Yes. Well, usually when we start off the concert, we get the quietness and we get just sort of silent appreciation. But you really need to have the energy fed. You need to feed off some source of energy eventually in the concert. Otherwise, you feel you've failed.
Did you ever have the feeling you failed in a concert?
There's been a couple of concerts in my life where I feel I haven't done very well, but I can't put a reason for why it's failed. But there are luckily very, very few. It's probably, 1 on 1 per year where you feel you haven't done very well, but that's all.
So it's not smashing you. What's the next things you're gonna do? Well, is it gonna be an African Oldfield next time, a Greek Oldfield, Viennese Oldfield? I mean, what's the folk tunes you like to hear now most? What's the folk tunes you're very interested in now?
Oh, just no particular regional sort of music, but I've got a few tunes knocking around, but they're very, very simple, like nursery rhymes. I think they're the best tunes, nursery rhymes. I mean, Bar Bar Black Sheep is a masterpiece, in my opinion. Have you ever heard it?
Well, it's a hit. Mike, thanks a lot for talking to you.
Pleasure.
And see you next time in Vienna when...
I might be mistaken.
I know. Well, that's good for me if you're mistaken.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Only 3 people from the group left.
We can get the rest of them in.
Yeah?
They've only gone outside.
Oh. Could we get them in?
Yeah.
Well, the other guys... You're pretty smashed, aren't you, man?
I'm alright.
Så, giv mig domen, de må også lave. Ja, klar.
Nur ganz kurz,
Und wir machen die Gruppen. Ja.
was wir gemacht haben.
Ja.
Aber du musst vor mir gehen.
Okay. Mike, that's the people they're playing with that. Would you be so kind to introduce these people to our audience?
Now. This is...
He's destroying it,
Raggy Daily and Taurus Milk.
Geht's von dir aus?
Okay.
Ja?
Alles klar.
Alles klar.
Alles klar.
Schau mal, die Seite schärfen, wieso wir nicht drin.
Matrose und
Stimme?
Kannst du auch noch scharf? Ja. So, schau mal.
Okay.
Was, bist du noch rechts?
Wir gehen so Reihe um.
Aha.
Will Mike introduce.
Du willst hauen, dass ich die...
Na, du nimmst das einzeln.
Okay, du machst die
Du
Pause.
bleibst erst beim Mike und der geht um. Du brauchst nur langsam mitschwingen.
Okay.
Ganz langsam.
Ja, aber
Okay.
was ich immer scharf, da bin ich da, dann immer scharf. Also,
Ja, aber da kann ich dann. Ja.
Det gav min fordi
Okay.
Ja.
Okay, breakfast og mig,
Ja,
kan give.
Chris gave me
Ja, okay. Okay, we're starting.
Ja.
Okay.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, steady, go!
Rick.
Darfst du?
Shh.
Das ist Rick.
Ready now? Now?
Yeah.
Right.
Geht schon.
Shh. Okay, right, this is Rick. Rick Fenn plays bass and electric guitar and African drums. Okay? This is Tim, who plays all the keyboards. This is Maggie Riley, that's a singer and a tambourine player.
I'm good at bronchitis impersonations.
This is Morris Pert, plays lots of percussion.
Amongst other things.
Yes. And this is Mike Fry, who
He's also
also plays lots of percussion.
So ik ga het met expert en gaan met zijn mic.
Because you look the most susceptible to brainwashing.
What's your name?
I'm Gaypert.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
We all have problems.
How long have you been doing this job?
No, no. The usual question would be, how did it all start?
Have you made a sort of film that everybody knows? Well, you've done a
About what?
program that people know.
Well, most people in Austria know it.
What's
Are
it
you as
called?
famous
It's
as
called
Chris
OK.
Hall?
It's a youth
Why do you
program.
make okay?
I do it. It's my job.
It's your job.
Hey, you want to come to us? I mean, you want to have my job? Interviewing people like Mike Oldfield and Mike and...
If I was the last person.
That could be very strange, yeah. Mike, what did you do before you joined the Mike Oldfield group?
Yes. I've been in the London Symphony Orchestra for 10 years and played in lots of sessions with lots of different bands, film music, all kinds of things.
What's the, fantastic about playing with Mike Oldfield? What's the important thing to play with him for you?
His
What's the
music.
reason why you play it?
His music.
What's his music? What's your impression about his music?
I like it. Can't say any more than that. And I enjoy playing it.
Well, from the musical point of view.
It's lovely music. I really enjoy playing the music.
What is it for you? Dance music?
No. It's just Mike Oldfield's music.
And Mike's music a bit too, huh?
Sorry?
Mike's music a bit too now.
Yeah, I hope I can contribute some of myself to Mike's music, yes. Yes.
You got a classical education, music education?
Yes, I have a classical education. I went to college, music college. And I still play in the London Symphony Orchestra. I was here in Vienna with Claudio Bardo about 6 weeks ago.
What a difference.
What a difference. But it's all music.
Thanks. Guillaume. Oh, how are we two small guys gonna do it?
Speak for yourself. Yeah, you're talking to Mr. Dong here. Mr. Dong Europe. Okay, yeah. Good evening. Good evening, Austria.
And it's
Go for it.
That was Australia.
It's Australia.
Sorry.
The old kangaroo story. Oh God, that's terrible.
Austrian.
More as many people in Austria know you. You played with Eberhard Schöner
Yes, indeed.
at the Bruckner Fest in Linz. You played many sessions. You're one of the best known percussionists all over the globe, let's say it like that.
Well, that's very fantastic. You want to be my manager? It's very
Good.
nice of you, man.
If they fire me from this job, I'm gonna come, yeah. After this, they got. I'm sure, yeah.
It's possible.
It's the worst interview you've ever done.
What's the worst joke?
You're playing with
Okay.
Mike a long time, do you?
No, I've only played with Mike since the September of last year. I've fiddled about with him years before, but that's not to be talked about. That's we fiddled about with each other before. Oh, I did play in platinum. Yes, I did. God, I forgot about it. I was trying to forget about it.
Pay you much.
No, you didn't pay me much. No, so basically, I've actually only worked in the band since September of last year. In the group. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. The group, the Mike Oldfield group. I have played since September of last year.
Well, you as a percussionist could tell me how much do the percussionists in Mike Oldfield's group influence the music of Mike? I mean, the difference between the studio versions.
Totally. I
and
mean,
the
we
live
just tell him what we're going to play, basically. I mean, and either he likes it or he lumps it, and that's basically it. And either he fires us or we get the gig, and that's basically that just sums it all up. That's it. Really, that's it. That's it. And that's why I'm here too, because I always want to play what I enjoy playing, and I seem to be able to do that in this band. So obviously it works. So that's why we're all here, because it does work.
With whom did you play before?
Well, the band I played immediately before was Brand X. Yeah, jazz rock band.
Collins, yeah.
Phil Collins, yeah.
Oh, it's a fantastic band.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's a very good band.
This is why Phil Collins left the band.
Will you be quiet? It's your turn in a minute.
Well, it's inside stories, yeah.
Inside stories, yeah.
Well, Maggie, I'm gonna
Yes,
come.
darling.
Well, Maggie, darling, I'm gonna try to come to you. That's pretty hard, yeah.
Well, I'm
Ah.
over and you can sit
Oh, yeah,
beside me, my God.
Yeah, that's
Right
fantastic.
down there, hey. Now look how I only joined this band for the men. I was told I'd get lots of amazing men if I joined this band. Darling.
Okay.
That's not another repeat performance, please.
She hasn't only got a fantastic voice.
Yeah, I kiss quite well as well. This is why I'm in this band.
Oh, thanks. There's some fantastic people around.
No, we're just trying to phase you out.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be
it. I
boring
know it.
otherwise. It'd be just another boring interview.
Wir sind fast fertig.
Don't speak in German.
Maggie, when did you get together with the Mike Oldfield group?
About a year and a half ago, I think. Not February last, but the one before.
You worked your way up, didn't you?
I worked my way up from being just crew slut to being second singer and then to being only singer. Because we're a very poor band and we can only afford one singer, and I can do two jobs. I can be crew slut and principal singer, therefore it saves us lots of money. So I'm into that and they're into that, so I do.
Well, you got an incredible voice. Did you
Thank
have
you.
any classical education?
No.
No?
No, my father was a singer.
Don't kid me.
No, my father was a singer. He used to sing in sort of Crosby type things with 25-piece bands with brass sections and everything. No, Bing Crosby. Don't show your ignorance. You're older than that. And I used to sort of go around with him, and my mum sings a bit as well. And so I've always been a singer. I've just done everything. Done that, been there. You know. Home is where the heart is on the bus, as Frank Zappa would put it. Yes?
That was all?
No, I've done lots of things. What do you want to know what I've done?
Yeah.
Well, I've been singing since I was about 8 or 9 in different combinations of bands and things. And when I was about 19, I was summoned to London to do an album with RCA, which was a lot of bollocks. So I went home and thought, I'm not going to do that anymore. And then I started a band called Cado Bell with the guy who's actually sound engineer for Michael, Simon Johnson. And we kind of started this band. And there's also another guy who works for Michael called Stuart, who was involved in the band. And I did that for about 5 or 6 years.
Did you have...
The band most likely to fail, and we did. And from there I've just done lots of sessions and things and worked with many, many people.
Did you ever have the intention to sing your own music?
Well, I do occasionally. I do, but I'm very interested in Brazilian music, which is kind of rhythmic stuff. And I'm very interested in a lady called Flora Purim.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested in using my voice. The band I worked in, I did a lot of things where I used my voice as an instrument, which is what Michael wants me to do in this band. So it all kind of ties in very nicely. Although before I was much more used to using it in connection with guitar and flute, whereas now I'm kind of using it with guitar sometimes, but mainly with piano. So it all ties up, you know.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. That was it.
That was it. That was all I wished.
Was it that bad?
That was it. Wow. Can I go and pack my other flight case now?
Yeah.
Right. You want to sit beside Tim while I watch that if I were you? I'm moving here beside you.
What?
One by one.
Andy, come here.
Na, er will weitermachen. Was soll ich tun? Geht er weiter.
Okay, good job.
Wirklich? Schon wieder? Hörst du das nicht? Ich versuche auch entlassen zu werden und ich bin nämlich nicht allein.
So, hast du das? Wir
Nein, den
bauen,
Erich gesagt.
wir bauen da schon die Hexe. Kann ich?
Okay.
Okay.
Mach's mal indirekt, Chris. Vielleicht ist das besser. Nein.
Du,
Das ist überhaupt
machen wir das gleich, ja? Okay, ja. Gut. Da kriegen wir schon die Hektik. What did you play before?
Well, before I used to do jingles, commercials. I used to write and record commercials for radio and television in England. And I still do sometimes, sort of just write the music for commercials and play it and arrange all the musicians and everything. But I wasn't in any particular band before I joined Mike.
So that's your main job?
It was, yeah. It's taken sort of secondary nature at the moment, surprisingly.
Well, that's two very different things. Doing commercial and playing in Mike's band.
They're exactly the same.
Why?
Well, because Mike's music lasts for exactly 30 seconds, like commercials.
No, not really.
Oh, no, sorry. No, they're very different, yeah. They're completely different. Totally different.
Well,
Couldn't be alike at all.
How can you get together these two jobs? Being the
Because
soul of an advertisement man
because
has to be another soul as the soul of a musician.
do commercials.
Michael's just starting to do commercials. Watch what you say. Well, it's different. It's both are jobs which I feel capable of doing, and both you've got to put a great deal of effort into, and both take a certain technique and a certain emotion, and it's just a question of channeling those techniques into whichever job. I don't particularly put the same two together, but the discipline involved is equal in both.
So you get it together, both
Yeah.
things. You've got the emotions for both things. You just press the button and say, well, today is Mike Oldfield, tomorrow is advertisement.
No. Mike very often says that all music is the same, and I agree with him to a large degree, that although it makes a lot of music sound very different, the attitude which accompanies playing the music is very largely the same, that you take it seriously and you do it.
What's the next jingle you're gonna do?
I don't know, the last one I did was a Texaco jingle for television, which sounded like the Runaway Train. It went on British television about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
No, because it went out after we went on tour. But I recorded it about 5 or 6 weeks ago. The next one, I don't know what the next one is, but I believe that I've been doing a pilot for Max Factor, which is a perfume company, which I hope might happen.
So you get good smell around, yeah?
Well, they don't actually give me free samples apart from this bag here, which this bag here, which I did a commercial for Big D Peanuts. And they gave me, not only did they give me that bag, but they gave me a T-shirt and £7 of nuts. And they also gave me some money as well.
Well, forget about the money.
Yeah, I know, the
Nuts
nuts
are important, I know.
very good. Yeah,
Thanks.
that's all right.
Well, now we can get to the last one. Well, last but not least.
I'm happy that it hasn't been done on the orchestra. So I think the same pages. All separate interviews.
Your turn.
These lights are on.
Don't fall asleep.
Oh. You're a great guy, really. Well, I'm pretty more smashed than you, I think.
You're more smashed than me?
Yeah?
I doubt that. Okay, take it away. Because you've been under that light a long time.
What?
You've been under that light.
I know.
I'm alright.
Well, I'm much too long under the light. Well, it's not the light set up for me, it's set up for you.
Yeah, well, you...
Okay, Hamas? Ja, hervorragend. What's the story he's gonna tell?
Well, what are you going to ask me? You're going to ask me?
Yeah. Let's start. Okay.
This is me. I'm the last of a bunch of outrageous interviews today.
It's not working out. We've got to get you just right.
Come on, Rickton.
Hey, this could be the start of a new name.
Versuch nicht Hollywood zu machen, weißt du? Da wird eine Kamera ein. Okay, geht schon?
Laufst du?
Ich laufe immer. Ich laufe.
Die Tür stellt dir nicht hin.
Die Tür steht mir nicht, ne? Ja, das ist...
Du laufst ehrlich?
Ja, ich laufe.
Geht schon.
Auf und davon. What was the reason for you to join the Mike Oldfield group?
It seemed like a good idea at the time. No, the group I was in before, called 10cc, had broken up, and I had made contact with Mike, and it just happened that it coincided with the time that he was looking for a new group, or a new group of musicians around him, and I started rehearsing with him, and it just worked out.
You're also gonna get into the studio with him.
It's Mike's to ask this question, not me.
Did he ask you till now? He says no.
Heard rumours.
Well. Okay, let's get serious.
Yeah, let's get serious. Let's really
Okay.
cut out the jokes now. It's serious.
Okej, jag hör precis. Ja, jag hör så. Okej.
Du laufst die ganze Zeit, ja?
Alltså, jag lovade det.
Wir laufen die ganze Zeit, ja. Wir laufen die ganze Zeit.
Good. Mike began with a group of, I don't know, 25 people or what, with 50 people. Yeah, the first gig. Yeah, 50 people. Now you're playing with a small group, and well, it seems I know it seems that the music has the same power.
That's because we're all so good.
Yeah, I know that you're good. Isn't that hard to play? I mean, within 50 people one can hide, you know?
Yeah, but I believe, I wasn't in that outfit, but I believe that there was long periods where some musicians didn't play. I mean, in this group, we're nearly all playing that all the time. I mean, you probably noticed we swapped instruments a lot. We're playing a lot of very big sounding instruments like timpani, and Tim plays the bass pedals. So we cover pretty well the full range of frequencies wherever it's required. So, I mean, I think it's enough, you know. It'd be nice to have a 50-piece orchestra as well occasionally, you know. But, you know, I wasn't in the early group, so I'm not as qualified to answer that as the people who were. Tim, for instance, was in the original group, and so was Mike Fry.
Well, you can compare between the group you had before and this band now. Well, it's about the same, well, equipment, it's about the same instruments played.
What, as a which group? You're talking about it's first Mike Oldfield?
No, it's your group you were in before you joined.
10cc was a similar lineup. We had two drummers, and in fact it was a little bigger actually, because 6 of us all played instruments and all sang as well. It's different music. It's hard to compare really. I think actually that we make a bigger sound at the times when it's appropriate than 10cc ever did. But it's different music. It's not really fair to compare it. We never came here, 10cc. We toured Germany a couple of times.
Why did your group break?
The two original members in the group, had been doing it a long time. They had other things they wanted to do. I think they might release records under the name of 10cc again, but as a group, as a working group, it broke up because it was just everyone wanted to do different things. So.
Well, is another bit problem for you to stand behind a man like Mike Oldfield? Well, he's the star in the group. I mean, he's on all the posters. He's advertised.
Well, he deserves to be.
Well, he pays you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not a problem for me because I respect him a great deal, and I enjoy playing his music. So it's not a problem. The band, certainly, this band has been a very happy group. While I've been in it, everyone is, it's of course it's Mike's music and Mike directs it, but we all, as Morris said, we all play our way, and Mike, says what he likes or what he doesn't like. But generally speaking, we naturally play it his way, I think. So that's why it works.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Auf Wiedersehen.
Old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. That old acquaintance be forgot in the sake of old lang syne. For old lang syne, me dear, old lang syne will take a cup of kindness for the sake of old lang syne.
Mike Oldfield, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Mike Oldfield group off record.